Okay. For practice this week, I wanted to focus on some opening across the heart space. So we'll be doing some chest expansion work, a lot of goddess arms, and then also just moving nice and slow and really like soaking in our postures. So giving ourselves the opportunity to like really slow down and to feel into this space of the heart, to be in communication with our bodies. We'll keep it nice and simple with that, but let's start in Shavasana and just begin with our breath. So go ahead and lay down, finding a comfortable position on your back body that allows you to really settle in. Maybe that's arms and legs long. If you'd like to release a little bit of low back tension, you can always bend your knees. If you'd like to find hip opening, feel free to take your Supta Baddha Konasana, your supine butterfly. Then let's place one hand to the belly and one hand to the heart. And as you settle into the earth, as you close your eyes, as you feel your breath moving through you, the contact between your palms and your body, let your inhales start to get really slow and expansive, rising from your belly all the way to your chest. And as you exhale, feel your exhale be slow, steady, and complete, feeling that breath empty from top to bottom. Again, as you inhale, breathing into your belly, your rib cage, your chest, feeling the rise of your body through your hands with your breath in. And as you exhale from top to bottom, feeling that sense of release as the breath empties away, and feeling that sense of settling into the embrace of the earth. And take a few more cycles of breath here, just calibrating to the mindfulness of this moment, continuing to arrive to the present, to your practice. And maybe asking yourself, when you allow yourself space, when you give yourself the gift of space to be in connection, in relationship with yourself, right? What comes up? In these moments of stillness, does anything bubble up to the surface? Anything that wants to be known or addressed? Or maybe even the realization that you don't often give yourself much space and time, just to be and to breathe, to be in relationship with you. And recognizing that these 60 minutes, this time that you've taken to be here on your yoga mat, is an incredible gift. So just giving yourself permission to really be present to that offering that you've made, and present to whatever the heart has to offer. And if in this little inquiry an intention has started to rise, something specific that you'd like to hold in your heart as you move and breathe, is forming that intention into something nice and clear. Maybe it's a single word or just one phrase, but a reminder that you can offer to yourself as you move through your practice. And once you have that intention formed, go ahead and take a deep inhale through your nose, fill up your lungs. And then as you're ready, open mouth, exhale, release that breath away. Let's find 2 more cycles like this. Deep breath in, feeling that contact between your hands and your body. An open mouth exhale, feeling the contact between your body and the earth. And one more cycle, deep inhale, expand. An open mouth exhale, let it go. As you seal your lips, feel an inhale, fill your lungs through your nose. And with your lips sealed, feel your exhale empty through your nose, your Ujjayi pranayam. Again, Ujjayi, breath in through your nose. And through your nose, Ujjayi, breath out. And then continue with your Ujjayi breath. And from your Shavasana, start to find your full body stretch. So let your arms reach up and overhead. Take a nice big breath in. Maybe find some circles through your ankles and your wrists. And then with your exhale, slowly start to gather your right knee into your body. When removing pose, interlace your hands at the front of your right shin. Maybe take your right thigh a little bit side to side. Reaching a deep breath into the back of your heart space. On your exhale, find your supine twist. So let your right knee tip over to your left. Then relax your right shoulder back towards the earth. And start with one cycle of breath. Good. Take an extra inhale here. Then keeping your legs as they are. On your exhale, you're going to roll onto your left side body. So reach your left arm overhead like your full body stretch. And as you roll onto your left side, you're going to rest your head into your left bicep. So this is kind of like our fetal pose. Let your hips tip to the left side of your mat so much that your right knee can ground to the earth. And you can stay here in this kind of like lounge lizard position, or to find a quad stretch through your left quad, you're going to bend your left heel towards you. You'll probably lift your heart so you can connect right hand to left foot, and then relax your head back down. You can gently draw your left heel to your seat to emphasize that stretch through your left thigh. The collarbones wide here. And then you can stay facing the side of the room, kind of in this more fetal position, or you can let your heart twist open to the sky a little bit, allowing your right shoulder to fall back. It's okay if your right knee kind of floats off your yoga mat or off the earth. But either version is fine, just taking one more cycle of breath as you open your left quad. And from here, you're going to release your left leg long again. As you roll into your back body, draw your right knee into your chest just for a moment. And then draw your left knee in as well, taking a little reset at center, maybe a little sway from side to side. As you're ready, release your right leg long, when removing pose, second side. As you draw your left leg towards you, again, you might take your left leg a little side to side. Start to feel into the space of your left hip as you take a breath in. And then with your exhale, supine twist, pass your left knee across your body. Maybe taking note of the sensation as you rotate in this direction. It feels different than the first side. And sending a deep breath along your left side body, feel your inhale create space. With your exhale, feel yourself soften into the twist, sinking in a little bit deeper. And just like we did on the first side, when you're ready, you're going to roll onto your right side body, like your fetal pose. So right arm can reach overhead. As you roll onto your right side, rest your right ear into your right bicep. And let your left knee lower to the ground, so hips tip towards the side of your yoga mat enough to create that connection to the earth. And then perhaps you bend your right heel in,
And your left hand might catch your right foot, so opposite hand to foot to create your quad stretch. Just like before, you have those two options. You can stay facing the side of the room, or you can let your heart twist open to the sky, left shoulder falling back towards the earth a little bit. And taking whatever variation feels best, offer your shape another breath here. And start to release your right leg long, rolling to your back body. Bring both your knees to your chest. Let's find a gentle, happy baby. So hands will stay at the fronts of our knees. Just let your knees fall wide and slightly forward. Taking one big breath in and one breath out. You can stay with hands to knees, or option to reach up to maybe your ankles or to your feet, finding a different variation of your happy baby, Ananda Balasana. Option for a little sway from side to side. Good. And then from here, keeping your knees bent, go ahead and place your feet down to the earth as if you were going to a bridge pose. And then staying rooted through our left foot, we're going to reach right leg up to the sky to find a little core engagement here. So right heel's reaching high to the ceiling, right leg is long and strong. Take your fingertips behind your head, elbows nice and wide. We're going to inhale to lower right leg down towards a hover. Feel your navel pull to your spine as you lower your right leg. Then on your exhale, bend your right knee to your body. We'll find a little twist here as your right knee bends in. Left elbow twists across. Big push through your left foot. On your inhale, slowly send your right leg forward to center. Twist your upper body slightly in the opposite direction, so to the left side of the room. Then as you exhale, bend and twist. Right knee bends in. Left elbow twists across. Then inhale, right foot forward. Heart rotates slightly towards the left side of the room. Press through your left foot, your right heel. And then exhale, right knee in. Heart twist to the right side of the room. Last two, inhale, right leg forward, heart to the left. Exhale, right knee in, heart to the right. Slow and strong, one more time this side. Inhale, right leg reaches, heart to the left. So really rinsing out through the center. Exhale, bend and twist, heart to the right. Go ahead and let your head and shoulders drop flat back. Place your right foot to the ground again. And then walking your feet a little bit wide, a slight windshield wiper from side to side. Gather a deep inhale through your nose. Be open mouth, exhale, let it go. We're going to do the same movement for a second side, so adjusting your feet back to that bridge setup. Try to lengthen your left leg up to the ceiling, big push through your heel, getting a little hamstring opening as well. Fingertips behind your head. Your hands are to help relax your neck so you can really concentrate the effort into your belly here. We'll start by slowly and inhale to lower left leg down towards a hover. Only taking your leg as low as you can go while maintaining that connection between your low back and the earth. With your exhale, bend your left knee towards you and twist your right elbow across. And as we inhale, left leg goes forward. Rotate your heart any amount to the right. Exhale, bend and twist. Pressing through your right foot. And we got 3 more. Inhale, lengthen, rotate to the right. Exhale, bend and twist, navel to spine. Last 2. Inhale, lengthen, rotate. Exhale, bend and twist. Last one here, strengthening front and back body. Inhale, lengthen, rotate. Then exhale, bend and twist. Perfect. Release your head and shoulders. Draw both your knees in this time. Maybe drawing some circles with your knees as you take a breath in. And one more time, open mouth, exhale, release. And we'll find our way up to our tabletop pose next. So taking maybe a couple of rocks along the length of your spine. And as you find all fours, right, creating that strong base, strong through your finger pads, start to inhale to a cow pose, lift your heart and lift your tailbone. And on your exhale, slowly press and curl to your cat pose, really emphasizing the peak of the back of your body. Big, big push, kick down through your shin bones. And twice more, we'll inhale, cow pose. Untuck your tailbone. Open your collarbones. And exhale, big push as you find your cat pose, drawing your front ribs in. Upper back puffs up high to the sky. Good. Last one, inhale, open, lift. And exhale, press and round. Bending your way back to neutral. Get nice and strong through your left hand. As you inhale, twist your right hand high, rotating open for thread the needle. With your breath out, dive your right arm underneath your body. Bring the right side of your face to the earth. Draw your shoulders out of your ears. And as you root down through the back of your right arm, take a little wiggle of your hips from side to side. Good. Once you have that, you can keep your left hand exactly where it's at. You can reach your left hand forward towards the front of your yoga mat, or you can also find a half bind reaching around your back body, maybe reaching towards your right hip crease. If you're wanting a little bit of a core challenge, a balance challenge, you're going to engage your belly and shift your energy to your right knee, and then maybe slowly start to lift your left foot up and lengthen your left leg back in space. But if your left leg is lifted, take an inhale. Then see how slowly you can bring your left knee back down to the ground, using your core as you exhale. We'll bring left hand to frame our face again. And then deep breath in, twist to open to the right just for a moment. Right hand goes high. Breath out, release your right hand. Take a little wiggle in your tabletop. And then get strong through your right hand. We'll twist to the left. The left hand reaches to the ceiling. Deep breath in. And thread your needle as you breathe out. And shoulders out of ears. Take a moment to anchor through your left arm. Decide where you want your right arm in space. And then once you're ready, if you're choosing that core connection, that balance challenge, big engagement through your belly, start to lift your right leg up and back. Your right leg is lifted, give it a breath. And then super slow motion, can you use your core to release your right knee down to the ground? Right hand will frame your face. Breath in, unwind, left hand reaches to the sky. On your breath out, tabletop pose. From your tabletop, step back into your high plank. Just creating that distance between our hands and our feet, buoyancy underneath us as we inhale, big push. On exhale, soften your knees, downward facing dog. Send your hips up and back. Release and relax your head. Take a slow paddle through your feet. As you push the earth away, feel the energy of your center, drawing your hips higher to the sky. And to go to walk forward until we find Uttanasana, forward fold. Allow your knees to soften. Allow your head to hang heavy. Maybe slight tuck of your chin as you move your hips a little bit from side to side here. And following your next inhale, begin to find your halfway lift, strong at your center. Extend from crown to tailbone. For this first one, we're going to stay as we breathe out. Maybe hands press into your shins or your thighs. Draw your shoulders out of your ears. Reach the crown of your head forward as you take an extra inhale. And then forward fold, release with your exhale. Big circle sweep, rise all the way to stand Urdhva Hastasana with your breath in. And then goddess your arms, elbows open wide as you breathe out. Good, inhale, reach top. Exhale, forward fold, hinge at your hips. Take a half lift as you inhale. And then high plank on your exhale, plant your hands. Intentional step back with your feet. You're creating your strong plank foundation. Think about creating buoyancy underneath your hips and your torso. And maintaining the space between your shoulders and your ears. Maintaining the engagement through your front line. Inhale will shift you forward. And then knees up or knees down. Exhale, slow motion to your belly. Is your core still engaged? Are your thighs still active? Are your shoulders drawing out of your ears? Once you arrive to the earth, untuck your toes. Light up through your lower body, so really anchor down through your toenails. Engage through your glutes, your thighs. Then with an inhale, low cobra, lift from the strength of your spine. Good, on our breath out, staying here. Option to find a little push through your hands. Your fingertips is just slight. And think about pulling your rib cage forward as you stretch your elbows back and towards the center line of your body. Re-engaging through your lower half, navel to spine. Take one more big breath in. And then exhale to release. Good, we'll inhale to our low cobra again, or maybe you find your high cobra. So using that same engagement to start, spine is strong, legs are strong. If you're going to your high cobra, slight push of your arms, but you're still maintaining a bend through your elbows. So you pull your chest forward and through. And as you're ready to release, slowly lower down using the strength along your spine. We'll all press back to a child's pose next, using your core and your tricep strength. Push your hips to your heels. Allowing some length from crown to tailbone. Just take one breath in. And one breath out. And from here, shift forward into your tabletop. With your hips stacked over your knees, puppy pose, Anahatasana. Walk your hands forward and then bring either your chest or your forehead to the earth. So hips high, heart low. Right? Sinking your sternum to the ground to open your chest and shoulders. Take one more big breath in. As you exhale, you're going to bend at your elbows and slither forward onto your belly. Hands will go wide to sit up for our gecko pose. Fingertips to the earth, elbows pointing to the sky, shoulders out of ears. Just like in our cobra, using the strength of your legs, your core, your spine, inhale, lift your chest. Staying here as you exhale, option to press through your fingertips to lift a little higher. Take a breath in, draw your shoulders out of your ears, pull your heart through. With exhale, dip your left shoulder to the middle of your mat, look over to the right side of the room. Follow your inhale to return to center, lift and lengthen. And then exhale, second side, right shoulder dips in as we look to the left. Then inhale, lift and lengthen once more. And then exhale, lower straight down, continuing to draw shoulders out of ears. As your forehead comes to the yoga mat, place your hands by your low ribs for your up dog or your cobra. As you inhale, begin to find your heart opening. So perhaps you lengthen your arms for up dog this time, power traveling down your legs. And we'll meet in down dog as we exhale. Take a nice big breath in. And then open mouth, exhale out. Please inhale your right leg to the sky, three-legged dog. On your exhale, open your hip, bend your knee, pull your right heel towards your left glute. Big push through your hands, take one more breath in. Exhale your knee towards your nose as you shift forward, pushing the earth away. Three-legged dog, re-extend your right leg to the sky. With your breath out, step your right foot forward in between your hands. Option to rise to your fingertips, maybe hands find yoga blocks. Cow lunge, left knee's gonna come to hover, or maybe your left knee taps the ground. Taking an extra breath here, feel your right thigh bone and left thigh bone sliding in opposite directions. So left thigh bone is sliding slightly and energetically back. Right thigh bone sliding just slightly energetically forward. From here, start to lengthen out your legs to find your hamstring stretch. Adjusting your feet as needed. Maybe as you lengthen your legs, you take an inhale to find some extension through your heart space, your spine. And then for today, see how it feels as you exhale, just to fold towards your right thigh. Let your head be heavy as you take a breath. From here, we'll take a big bend into our front knee. Setting up for warrior one, adjust your left heel to rotate down to the earth at about a 45-degree angle. Hips are squaring to the front of our yoga mat. And as you're ready, slowly root to rise, Virabhadrasana 1. And we're still lunged deeply into our front leg. And just a reminder that for your warrior one, right, sometimes your stance needs to be a little bit shorter or a little bit wider than like our crescent or our warrior two. Find a slight lengthening of your tailbone to the ground. Reach your hands up high, big breath in. On your exhale, goddess, your elbows open wide. Okay, take an extra inhale here, slight lift of your chin. On your exhale, let your hands fall to interlace behind you. Right thumb is going to go on top of your left. Your elbows can be bent here. You can even rest your knuckles on your sacrum and draw your elbows back and together. Keep your front ribs drawing in your navel to your spine. Kind of find a little shoulder shrug to open your collarbones. If you'd like to lengthen your arms, feel free to find extension through your arms. And as you squeeze your shoulder blades together, feel how the energy at the back of your heart is helping to open your front line. Breath in might tilt your heart inch into the sky. On your exhale, option to fold forward any amount. So this could be a little bit, or you can dive all the way down towards the inside of your right thigh. Relaxing your head, keep the distance between your shoulders and ears. Take one big breath in, power through both your legs. On your breath out, release your hands to the earth. Spinning onto your left toes for your low lunge, you may need to scoot your left toes back just a little bit. And then plant through your left palm or your left fingertips and twist your right hand to the sky. And take an inhale. And as you exhale, making sure your feet are hips distance, slowly start to reach your right hand towards the back of the room. Getting really strong through your legs. Rise up into your open arm twist. Shoulders come to stack over your hips. Good. Keeping your twist. Inhale to exalt. Slowly tip your left hand to the sky. Good. On your exhale, prayer twist. Left elbows coming to your right thigh. Bring your palms together. Press into your thigh and rotate your heart to the right. Just one breath in and one breath out. I know that's a lot. Strong through your legs. Engage your core center. High crescent. Push the earth away as you rise to the midline for your inhale. On your exhale, bring your hands to your heart. We're going to rotate our left heel down and lengthen our right leg, so we're in triangle legs. Okay, continue your right toes to the same side of your yoga mat, so all 10 toes are to the long edge of your yoga mat, and bend into your left knee for your lateral lunge.
You can keep your hands at your heart, or you can bring your hands to the earth for support. Nice full breath in here. And then exhale, wide-legged forward fold, lengthen both legs, take a moment. Maybe inhale through your nose. Maybe open up, exhale, let it go. And we're gonna take a little halfway lift with breath in. Low lunge to the front. As you exhale, rotate to the right, to the front of your yoga mat. Step back into your high plank pose, slow and strong step back. And then inhale, shifts forward. As you exhale, lower all the way. Untuck your toes. Inhale to a low or high cobra, you choose. And exhale to release. Gecko pose, hands go wide, elbows tall, shoulders out of ears. Breathing in, rise up. On your exhale, this time right shoulder dips to the center first. Look over to the left side of the room. Follow your inhale to lift and lengthen. Exhale, second side, left shoulder dips in, look to the right. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, lower through center. Hands frame your ribcage. Up dog or cobra with your in-breath. And down dog on your out-breath. And resetting with the breath together. Let's take an inhale together. The collective open mouth exhale, release. We'll find our second side. Inhale reaches your left leg to the sky. As you exhale, big openness through your hips. Bend your knee. Pull your left heel towards your right glute. Take an inhale, squaring your shoulders. Exhale, left knee to your nose, pressing through your right toes. Push through your hands. Shift forward, curl up and in. Three-legged dog, re-extend your left leg high as you gather a breath. And then place your left foot forward with your breath out. Right knee comes to hover or tap for your cow lunge. So again, you can rest your right knee to the earth, or you can keep your right knee floating. It's whatever feels best. And think about adding length across your entire body. So right thigh bone is reaching towards the back. Left thigh bone is stretching just slightly energetically forward. And then your chest pulls forward as you take an extra breath in. But on your breath out, begin to find your hamstring stretch. As always, feel free to adjust where your feet are. And think about an energetic lift of your pelvis. Maybe lengthen your spine with your inhalation. And your exhalation, you might dive towards your left leg today. Curling your chin, your gaze towards your heart space, your heart center for a breath. You're ready for your warrior one, Virabhadrasana 1. Bend into your front knee. Adjust your back foot down to the earth, running a rootedness through the outside edge of your right foot, right heel grounded, and then slowly press to rise. And again, you might take some time here to readjust as needed. Finding a slight energetic lift through your inner right thigh, the arch of your right foot, and a slight lengthening of your tailbone down, feeling the front of your right hip open. Okay, settling into your lunge, encouraging your hips towards square. Take a breath in, reach tall. On your exhale, goddess your arms, elbows open. Pausing here, really feel the strength of your back body, opening your front body with an inhale. And hands will interlace at your back with exhale. Left thumb goes on top. So keeping our front ribs integrated, you have the option to bring your knuckles towards your sacrum, shrugging your shoulders back, reach your elbows to the wall behind you and towards the midline. Or
Keeping that hug of your elbows to the midline, the squeeze of your shoulder blades, you might decide to lengthen your arms. Keep squeezing through the strength of your back body, finding length and lift through your front body. Maybe an inhale tilts your chin just slightly to the ceiling. As you exhale, option to tip forward a little bit or a lot. You're going towards your humble warrior. You're still drawing your left hip back and to the midline. Staying in your lunge, head is heavy. Take a breath in. Then exhale, release your hands to the earth. Rotate onto your right toes to square your hips. If you need to adjust your feet, you can. For that next transition, you want to make sure your feet are hips distance for stability. Okay? Twisting your left hand to the sky, take a big breath in. On your exhale, start to reach your left hand back in space. Your back knee can be up or down for this next part. We're going to slowly root to rise. From this open arm twist, again, you can always have your back knee on the earth. I know this is a lot for the legs. Good. And your twist, again, inhale to exalt. Right hand's going to reach up. Think about lifting your ribs away from your pelvis. Upward energy through your right thigh. And then prayer twist. Right elbow across your outer left leg. Hands to heart. Keeping your right hip lifted in line with your left. Can we press into our right elbow to draw our heart away from left thigh? Left knee is pressing against an imaginary resistance band to the left. And strong through your legs, re-engage your navel to spine connection. Big breath in returns us to our high crescent lunge. Big, big push, trust in the power of your legs. And exhaling, hands to heart center. Rotate your right heel down like warrior two. Lengthen your left leg out. Turn your left toes to the long edge of your yoga mat as well. Bend your right knee, side lunge. Hands can be at heart or to the ground. You're just here for an inhale. And then it's wide-legged forward fold as we exhale. Take one big breath in. And one breath out. And we'll bend into our front knee. Low lunge to the top of our yoga mats. Okay, with care, with intention, how quietly can you pick your left foot up and step your left foot back for high plank? Shoulders out of ears. Inhale shifts you forward. Front line stays long, including your thighs. Front line stays strong as you exhale to the earth. Everything lengthening and engaged as you descend. Once you meet your yoga mat, untuck your toes. Strong through your body, low or high cobra as you inhale. Think about your booty ledge, your lower booty cheeks drawing to your hamstrings. And exhale to release. Just like before, we'll find our gecko pose. You can always play around with the placement of your hands. Maybe hands go a little bit further backwards. Elbows high. Inhale, lift towards the sky. On your exhale, left shoulder dips in, gaze to the right. Keeping your shoulders out of your ears. Inhale through your center. And exhale, switch right shoulder dips in, look left, shoulders out of ears. Good, inhale through your center. And exhale, lower down. Hands by your low ribs. Inhale to your up dog or return to cobra. On your exhale, find downward facing dog, hips to the sky. Good. Breath in through your nose. And out of your mouth. Breathe in to lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward, and then step or hop to the top forward fold. We'll take a little halfway lift as we breathe in. And exhale, let it go. Rise all the way to stand with your inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. And then exhale, hands to heart center. We're just going to do a tiny bit of balance work, standing balance work,
before we bring ourselves to the earth. Yes. So getting strong through your right foot. Maybe you start by coming to left tippy toes. We're going to be twisting, which is extra challenging when we're standing on one leg. So you can always return to this position where you just have your left, maybe big toe on the ground as like a little kickstand. Yeah. If you'd like to, you're going to lift your left knee up in line with your left hip. And feel a lift through the center line of your body. So think through your inner right thigh, through your pelvic floor. Take a breath in. As you exhale, you might keep your hands at heart center. Start to twist your heart towards the left side of the room, really slow and steady. Flexing through your left foot. An option to spread your wings open. As you actively stretch through your fingertips, palms are facing the same direction you're facing. Think about pressing the back of your left hand to the wall behind you to help facilitate your twist. Collarbones wide. You're here for one more breath in. And as you breathe out, maybe hands come to heart center as you slowly find your way to face forward. Take a nice deep inhale. Exhale, airplane pose. Slow motion, a little bend in your right knee perhaps. Send your arms back beside you, extend through both your legs. You might kind of shoulder shrug your collarbones open. Thumbs are turning wide so your upper arm bones are in external rotation to open your chest. Slow motion, taking a breath in. And exhale all the way to the earth. So, like a little elevator, can you bend your right knee to bring your left toes and your hands towards the ground at the same time? Okay, from here, half pigeon, walk your right foot to the left side of your yoga mat and release your right shin bone to the ground. For half pigeon, if this is not working for your body or you want to take 90-90 instead, you can bring your left leg into a 90-degree angle as well. Yeah. So half pigeon or 90-90. Figure 4 is also available. I like to start with my back toes tucked so I can square my left hip. And once I have that, you can untuck the toes and root down through your left leg, your left foot, kind of like up dog energy to make this a little bit more active if you want. Rooting through your right shin bone, think inhale, proud chest. As you exhale, option to fold forward. Maybe you consider that reaching forward along the way. So think about your belly, your ribcage reaching forward. So you're lengthening as you lower any amount. You can always bring a block underneath your arms for support. Forearms, or you can of course lower all the way if that feels okay for you. For our last 3 breaths here, think about your left hip bone getting heavy to the earth. And from your half pigeon, we're going to rise up and back to our 3-legged dog. We're going to find our way into second side. So tuck your back toes underneath, hands are in front of your right shin bone on the ground. Big push, strong belly, right leg goes high. You might find some hip circles here. And also, just take any movement that you need. We'll return to downward facing dog. From your down dog, inhale, heels rise. Exhale to your forward fold, step or hop to the top. With the breath in, find your halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. And then exhale to release. Rising all the way to stand, Urdhva Hastasana, lift all the way up as you inhale. And exhale, hands to heart. We'll shift our energy into our left foot. Maybe come to right tippy toes or even right big toe, so really light kickstand. If you'd like to, you can lift your left knee up in line with your hip. Energy through your right foot, so flex your right toes to the sky, take an inhale. Collarbones are wide, back body strong. As you exhale, rotate to your right. If you'd like to spread your wings open, think about reaching through your fingertips so you're stretching across your chest. And press the back of your right hand to the wall behind you. Try to keep your hips square forward though, so your right hip is staying in line with your left. One more breath here. And feeling your pelvic floor light up, feeling the strength of inner left thigh, your strong left glute. Slowly unwind through center. You might find a little micro bend through your left knee, and then start to send it back into your airplane pose. Again, I always like to use a shoulder shrug to really open the chest. Drawing energy up and into the center, power through your right leg in particular. Take an inhale. And slow motion to your low lunge, start to bend your left knee. Like you're riding a really slow elevator, bring it all the way down. Half pigeon or 90-90 or figure four. Wander your left ankle across. You lower your left shin bone to the ground again. You use your right toes to help you maneuver here. So usually I like to scooch my right foot back, square my right hip, and then untuck. Rooting down to the top of my right foot a little bit, I feel my right seat activate. And then inhale for some length. And exhale to find your way forward any amount. Maybe that's just like 1 inch or 2. And you're just going for an outer hip stretch. So sometimes our left heel is pretty close to our groin. Like for me today, my left heel is a little bit closer in, which is allowing me to go a little bit further down. If you're needing more of a stretch and you're kind of resting on the earth, you might rise up a little bit and work your left shin bone more parallel to the top of your yoga mat. So it just depends what you're looking for in your half pigeon. Feel your right hip bone becoming heavy to the earth and hugging to the midline of your body. So it's like your right hip bone was aiming for your inner left thigh. And softening through your shoulders, take 3 more cycles of breath. When we transition out of this, you can do what we did before and go back to your 3-legged dog. If you like to be extra balanced, or you can just rise up and shift onto your left hip to bring both your legs in front of you. So either way, we're gonna meet in a seat so we can find our way to the back body. At the front of our yoga mat, let's have our knees bent, hands underneath your shoulders, fingertips facing your seat. Take a breath in, opening your chest a little bit. Option to find your reverse tabletop. Exhaling to press through your feet as you lift through your hips. Taking a breath or 2 in that reverse tabletop or just a heart opening variation. We'll bring hips down to the ground once you feel complete. Maybe anchor your heels to your descent or just lay backwards, whatever feels right this morning. Full inhale, and then your exhale lowers you to the ground. Choosing to use the strength of your core and just making the conscious choice not to if you don't feel like it. And then whenever you arrive to your back body, taking maybe first a full body stretch with a big breath in, or windshield wipers, or knees to chest, whatever feels intuitive. And then once you find your way to the back body, once you've taken a moment and whatever movement feels good to you, we'll keep our knees bent in our bridge position like we did at the beginning of class.
And then as we find that bridge set up, we're going to tuck our right ankle behind our left and find a half butterfly. Okay, so my right ankle is tucked behind my left, my right knee is falling open, kind of like a butterfly wing. And then this might feel nice. If you want to, you can also kind of reach your left hand down to catch your right foot. If that adds stretch and sensation that you like, perfect. If it doesn't add anything to the shape for you, just let that go. And then we have some freedom to move our left leg. So once you have the right leg set up, you might bring your left knee to your body. You can do like a little side to side action with your left thigh. You can take a half happy baby with your left side. You can play with extension with your left side. Whatever feels good to you. You can find a little supine pigeon action here. Just taking one more breath or so. Allowing your front right hip to open. And when you're ready, just place your left foot back to the earth. Right foot lands to the ground as well. Walk your feet a little bit wide and take a few windshield wipers before we find second side. After a few tick-tocks back and forth with your knees, and setting your feet up as if you're going to your bridge pose, your left ankle is going to tuck behind your right and let your left knee fall wide. So it's like a slightly narrow butterfly position. You can walk your left heel, rather your left foot a little bit closer to your body by scooching your right heel in. And then once we have the left leg set up, again, you can just stay right here, or you can bring your right knee towards you. Maybe finding some movement. So we're targeting the front, left hip here, left hip flexor. And your right hand can find more like a half happy baby situation, or you can play with lengthening your right leg. So just being curious here. Maybe you bring the right shin across, like a little half pigeon moment. And as you feel complete here, as you feel balanced here, bring both your knees to your chest. Drawing up, maybe forehead or nose to your knees as you take a breath. On your breath out, head and shoulders will drop back if you lifted them. Let your knees fall to the left for a gentle twist. This will be like our last collective shape that we take before we find Shavasana. And just a slow inhale in. And a slow exhale out. Your inhale will draw your knees to center, be right leg leading the way, left leg just naturally following. And exhale to the second side, knees to the right. Maybe gaze to the left. Take a breath in. And take a breath out. Left leg leads rather, as your right leg follows you back to the midline one more time. Checking in, seeing if there's anything else that your individual body is craving, maybe a plow or a shoulder stand, maybe your traditional butterfly Supta Baddha Konasana. If not, just finding your way into your Shavasana, sending your arms and legs long. Of course, you always have the option to take a different shape that feels grounding to you.
As you settle into your space again, maybe hands arriving back to your body like the beginning of your practice. One hand perhaps to your belly, one hand perhaps to your heart. As you release any effort from the body, any control from the breath, allow yourself to shift into the state of simply being. As being in your body as you are. Noticing without judgment or comparison, just witnessing the sensations that are moving through, witnessing the flow of your breath, witnessing any fluctuations within heart and mind. As you take these last few minutes just to be in stillness, to be with yourself, in the space of your practice for a few more minutes. When we're ready to close class, I'll guide you out so that your mind begin to still. Your body be nice and quiet. Start to slowly and gradually deepen your breath again. And continuing to embrace stillness and quiet in body, heart, and mind. A sense of peace that you can take with you into the rest of your day. And as you continue to feel into body and breath, heart and mind, you might keep your hands where they're at, or maybe both hands come to join at your heart center in prayer, Anjali Mudra. And we'll take this final pause to pause in the deepest gratitude of the yoga practice itself. This practice that has the ability to reach us at each level, the physical body, the heart, the mind, our energetic and emotional levels. A practice that can provide clarity, connection, and a link to our intuition. So trusting in the power of this practice, grateful for our bodies and our breath, for all the tools that come with the time that we spend on our yoga mats. We'll take one more deep inhale through the nose together. And then when you're ready, one more open mouth exhale, release. May yoga offer us a path to compassion, and may our practices serve as our teachers, as leading us to live with greater authenticity and to love more deeply each and every day. And thank you so much, and namaste.